So the first thing we're going to do next, you'll find that there is a headline for situation summary. Okay, so a situation summary, I have listed down here a few. You can add on, Fiona and Sue, if you want. Any other categories that you want to add on, just add it on. Okay, so you just have to copy and paste. That's it. Okay, I'm sure you're pretty familiar on how to do, how to use this slide, Microsoft PowerPoint. So far, any major questions you want to ask, Fiona and Sue?
No, not yet.
Okay, not yet. Yeah, it'll come soon. Yeah, I know. All right. So the first thing. So this is the first thing we're going to look at. Situation analysis, political. You will notice that, remember what we discussed? What do you remember we discussed when I was talking to you about politics? What should you put in? What should you not put in?
Thing that will affect us, put in. Thing will not affect us, don't put in.
Exactly. So whatever is going to affect you all. So if I remember the thing that we discussed was, if there is a change in government, for example, if it is from PN to PR or even to BN, what impact will it have on Lundbeck or on mental health in Malaysia? If there is, put it in. Otherwise, just forget it. Don't even bother. So what you can put here, if there's nothing going to impact you, just put there. Nothing in the political scenario in Malaysia is going to affect Lundbeck, Malaysia, or the healthcare, mental health sector. That's it. And then move on to the next thing.
Quickly ask a question. So, like per se, now governments will put money to buy the vaccine. Do you think that it is something that is indirectly affect us?
Okay. Now, before I give my answer, let's ask the panel, Sue, who are existing here. So the panel members are made up of Enki, Serena, and Doreen. So Fiona, you can stay in the background. So let's ask our panel members. What do you all think?
So you mean the vaccine can purchase by the private company, right?
No. What I meant is the government puts a fund, a money to buy vaccine for people. Would it affect us?
If let's say the budget is involved in our budget, so for the medicine one, then it will affect us. So maybe they might reduce the budget from there, because definitely the last year budget fixed already, so they will allocate some or here or there to fulfill that one. So this one is my opinion. So maybe we can put in
Anybody else? Anybody else got any input besides Enki? Okay, so Sue, was that satisfactory?
Okay lah. Okay.
and therefore,
we are on the same page.
so therefore, what does this mean? What will you put? What will you write?
I will write, but I will use the word might.
Might, okay. So you may use the word might. Now I turn to Fiona, okay. Fiona, where will you put this kind of information? Is it political, or is it under economics, or is it under social? Or is it somewhere else? Trick question, huh?
Yeah. Budget. Political?
Political?
Budget.
Could it be economic? Could it be social?
Economic is how the country is doing, right?
Yes.
Other than
how the country is doing. Correct.
Confusing.
It's confusing. Okay, thanks. That's an honest answer. So I now jump to Doreen, because yesterday Doreen and I were talking about things like market access and stuff like that. What do you think, Doreen? Where should it come?
can be economic or political.
Economic or political? Yeah. So, Serena, I haven't heard from you. So, what do you have to say about this?
I was keeping very quiet because I feel that it affects all three sectors. Not to say affect lah, it's like it's like due to all three sectors. It's because of the social issue that the whole pandemic thing, that the government have to come up with some rulings and to throw in some money behind the vaccine. So that would be from the political, and then it will also affect the economic scenario as a whole. So I don't know which is the chicken, which is the egg.
Okay, thank you, Serena. So I hope you guys, since all of you are stakeholders of Doreen in coaching her, in improving, in getting other people's point of view, you notice or not what has happened here? The last person to contribute has, the most silent person is probably the one who has the most correct answer. Yeah, so that's why you get everybody to share, you see. So I was practicing what Doreen is practicing by making sure Serena was quiet, jumped in, and you're right, in fact, all of you are right. But the point is, especially for Fiona and Shuwei, it doesn't matter where you put it, as long as it makes sense. You saw the way Serena, did Tai Chi and, I think Jiu-Jitsu and pulled in this way, that way, and, got it involved in politics, social and economics as well. Yeah, it affects all three. Yeah? So I think the lesson here is it doesn't matter where you put. It could be economics, because you can say the economics of Malaysia, because we have had, is this the third shutdown for the year or whatever it is? The economy is going down. People are jobless, companies are being shut, and therefore people lose jobs, so economy is going down. If the economy goes down, government cannot collect taxes. So if they cannot collect taxes, as what Enki said, maybe they will cut although the budget was set last year, Enki, the government can still cut the mental health budget. They can say, no, that's not important now. All right, so then you could say, wow, what that means is that, I think Lexapro or Brintalix will not get any more LPOs, because LPOs will always be the first to be cut, rather than the tender itself. So you may see a decline in your business. So Fiona may put that in. Okay, so or the second thing is if we look at if we look at social, we could say, okay, people are losing their jobs. So if people, or rather, because of the MCO, depression rates are going to go up because of lockdown. So people are going to, be depressed, but where are they going to go for help? They cannot go to private sector because it's going to be very expensive. They can't go to government because there's not going to be any, mental health drugs available. So what's next? So that's where you could probably put into social. And then the last one is, the first one was political. So it looks like political is not really the issue. It's either one of these two, economics and social. All right, Fiona and Shuwei, is that clear? So you just have to sit down for a moment and think about it. Okay, where should it go? And just put it inside there. And as long as you can justify yourself, Fiona and Shuwei, you are right. Unless of course, Kinsan comes and say, no, I think better put it, into political. The last thing, marketing managers, I will tell you, don't fight with your boss. If your boss wants it there, put it there. Okay? No point fighting over the small thing. Where should it go? Okay? So don't do that. I'm telling you this because I used to be the guy who fought with my bosses because I want to be perfect, to be right and say, no, this is a political issue, must put there. No, don't do that. Okay? Who cares? As long as it is captured somewhere, just put it there. And remember, your boss is always right. Otherwise, next year, your increment so small. Okay. So you must know how to play politics also, okay? This is good politics, not bad politics, not backstabbing or anything. Okay, so Siwei and Fiona, any questions on that? Where do you put this? It's up to you. Entirely up to you. As long as you can justify. That's the most important thing. All right, so we have already gone through 3 of those things. So just remember, when you're talking about political, economics, social, technological, everything is, if you notice here, it is all text. You can put numbers. What I mean is you don't put the graphs here. Don't need to put any graphs here. Okay, even if the GDP, you got a graph on GDP, is growing so chungy, don't put it inside here. No point. For what? Just put in the comments. Yeah, GDP of Malaysia is growing at whatever fantastic rate, and therefore the economy, everybody will make more money, and people can probably go to private sector for their treatment, or the government will collect more taxes, and they will hopefully improve their budget for mental health, drugs or therapy, non-drug therapy, whatever So that's what I mean by creating a story, Fiona and Siwei. That's the story. That's how you basically will tell the story. Got it? Okay. So same thing with technological. We got through. I think when we discussed the first round, we realized that maybe there's not really much technological things that Lundbeck can rely on. Maybe, or I think we discussed about Alpro Pharmacy. Since they are using some technological thing in their pharmacy, so they can send prescription drugs and so on. Yeah. Or if somebody creates an app which will help mental health patients, maybe you want to include it inside there. Okay. Otherwise, I don't know what else could be in the technology field that is going to impact Lundbeck. Right. Legal, I think we realize there's not really anything there. So if there are certain areas, like for example, legal, 0 comments for you to put, just put there, nothing of any issue, nothing important in the legal area. Don't remove the slide, leave the slide there. Because the important thing is so that you realize, oh yeah, we thought about legal. It's not that we forgot about it. So that's why keep the slide there. Just put a comment. Nothing in the legal area that impacts Lundbeck or Lundbeck's products or the mental health field. All right. So are we good? Let me see your thumbs up. Okay. Only Fiona. Okay. Wow. Siwei is giving a digital thumbs up. Great. Okay. Environmental. Anything in the environment? I don't know. I don't know if anything from the environment is going to impact Lundbeck. If there is, put in. Otherwise, just leave it as nothing from the environmental field is going to impact Lundbeck. Okay. Are we good? If we are good, can everybody unmute yourself and say, let's carry on?